A documentary of rights and responsibilities. Topic: Julius Caesar, a dictator. By Samantha B.Mann. This is a picture of Julius Caesar. Historical background. Julius Caesar was an aristocrat, and Caesar was the only child and son of Crassus Julius Caesar and Aurilla, his mother. His full name is Crassus Julius Caesar, the same as Caesar's father. His family is descended from Ilius, son of Romulus. Romulus was also known as Venus. When Caesar was young, he became a soldier, but later on in life his father died. His first wife was Consuta, a wealthy young woman, but sadly the marriage was off. At the age of 18, he married a second time to Cornelia. Cornelia bared Caesar's only child and daughter, Julia. The dictator at the time was Sulla. Sulla fell in love with Cornelia and forced Caesar to divorce. When he refused to do such a thing, Sulla sent out guards to execute him, but Caesar was smart enough to go into hiding, with friends and family helping at his side, then flee to Rome. Eventually, Sulla dies and Caesar comes out of hiding. Later in life, he earns the civic crown because he saved a citizen while in battle. After that, Caesar went back to Rome to study in Rhodes. But not too long on his voyage, Mediterranean pirates invaded and captured him. The pirates held him for ransom, but Caesar told the pirates once he got off the ship, he would crucify them all. The pirates laughed at him like it was a joke, but Caesar kept his promise. Once off the ship, he hired men to find the pirates. The men eventually found the pirates and crucified them all. Since the pirates kept Caesar alive, he made their deaths short by cutting all their throats. His first career in life was being a lawyer. Shortly after, his aunt, his daughter Julia, and his wife Cornelia died. Julia dies from childbirth, and the others from old age. Caesar remarries again, and this time to Pompeia. After that, he has some allies named Pompey, an ancestor of Pompeia, and Crassus. Crassus went to Mesopotamia to fight, but sadly Crassus dies in battle. Eventually, his ally Pompey breaks the alliance between Caesar and him to start a battle. Caesar wins the battle, while Pompey fled to Egypt. The Egyptians did not like Pompey, and they killed him. When Caesar got to Egypt, he met Cleopatra. Cleopatra had Caesar's only son and named him Caesarin. When he returned to Rome, Caesar had claimed himself dictator. Then, dictator for life. When the Senate heard about this, they wanted to get rid of him. On March 15, 44 BC, Caesar was brutally murdered by the Senate. Cassius Julius Caesar. Cassius Julius Caesar. Aurilla. Julia. Consuta. Cornelia. Pompeia. Crassus. Pompey. Thesis question. Julius Caesar, a man of power, wisdom, and courage to fight for his own will of dictatorship. He was a man that earned the seat in the Senate and earned many titles such as Pontifex, Questor, Praetor, and Propraetor, and got elected into council. When he became dictator, of all power went to his head. He lost control of the power by claiming himself dictator for life. Here are some questions for the thesis question. Is naming yourself dictator a good thing or bad thing? Would others, like the Senate, disagree with this decision? Would the person becoming dictator be taking a risk or not? Timeline. 100 BC, Julius Caesar is born. 84 BC, marries Cornelius. 75 BC, Mediterranean pirates hold Caesar for ransom. 73 BC, he is elected pontifex. 69 BC, he is elected questor, and so on and so forth. '53 BC, Crassus is killed in war. 49 BC, a civil war begins between Caesar and Pompey. 48 BC, Caesar wins the battle. Pompey flees to Egypt, where he is murdered by the Egyptians. 46 BC, Caesar is claimed dictator. 44 BC, Caesar claims himself dictator for life. March 15th. 44 BC, Julius Caesar is assassinated by his fellow members and friends of the Senate. Julius Caesar's assassination. Julius Caesar's death ended his dictatorship and life on March 15, 44 BC. There were many ideas to assassinate Caesar. One idea was to let him walk on a sacred path and push him off the pathway falling to his death. Another idea was to assassinate him during the election time in front of the public. The last idea was to assassinate him when he first walks into the Senate and stab him to death, and this plan was the one they would use. When the word spread out, friends and family of Caesar's heard rumors, and the Senate would try to murder Caesar. Friends of Caesar's warned him to stay away from the Senate because they heard rumors about Senate trying to murder Caesar. His wife, Calpurnia, was having nightmares that Caesar would be murdered by the Senate. She told him about dreams, and Caesar completely ignored her. Caesar also ignores his friends and went to the Senate that day on March 15, 44 BC. Everyone before Caesar arrived had daggers and hid them in their robes. When Caesar walked in the Senate that morning, everyone rose in respect for the dictator. After that, Caesar sat down, and on March 15, 44 BC, Julius Caesar was stabbed to death by his own friends and members of the Senate. Julius Caesar's death. Picture of Julius Caesar dying. Calpurnia, Julius Caesar's wife. Works cited list. Primary sources. Secondary sources. The end. This Rights and Responsibilities PowerPoint was created by Samantha B.Mann.